Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Just checking my audio. Hope it's working. Hope everybody can hear me. How is everybody tonight? Um, I am Dr. Brenda Owoburiasti, and this is Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters. I know that the name of the channel has daycare on it, but mostly it's just all about education, some little stuff about motherhood. There's a little bit of travel vlogs, there's all toy reviews, product reviews, all kinds of great stuff here. Curriculum, I just finished a little bit, like a little series about the Balenciagas whatever saga whatever that is. So that's all we're doing here, all about children, all about daycare, all about advocacy, all kinds of great stuff, parenting, travel, motherhood, great stuff on this channel. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also put it in all so that whenever I have a new video, you will be the first to know and be notified that hey, she just has a new release and and you need to come watch. Okay, so today we're going to look at this whole Santa situation, and I want to know. I mean, leave a comment below. Tell me what your traditions are, or what you do regarding Santa in your family. You know, every family is different. For instance, I grew up in Nigeria, and in Nigeria we had Father Christmas. So regarding Father Christmas is, as I came to realize later, is also the same as Santa Claus. The only thing is that our Father Christmas, well, he was mostly black. Sometimes there were some white ones, but mostly they were black for that Christmas, and they had the same Santa costumes on, the hat, the boots, everything, the shirt and the beard, everything was the same. And sometimes they actually had masks on, so you couldn't tell if they were white or black. So, and our Father Christmas was different. He wasn't coming through the chimney because, of course, we don't have chimneys in Africa. At least majority of the homes in Africa have no chimneys. So, the Father Christmas I grew up knowing is the one that will be at the malls, or usually they had them at the TV stations. So something like I think it was Edo Broadcasting Channel, something like that, and ITV, which was the Venetian television, and other local channels or even national channels organized the Father Christmas thing where they it usually lasted about a week or two right before Christmas, and Father Christmas would sit on a chair, and there were gifts around him, and you will pay a fee to go in, and when you get in, you sit on his legs. He will say hi, how are you? Are you doing great today? And he will give you something. And I can I can vividly remember when we were growing up. I remember many of us would be like, why is Father Christmas always giving us plastic plates and plastic cups, we would always say that amongst ourselves. And the Father Christmas in Africa, at least when I was growing up, did not give you what you wished for. They gave you what they got, what they had right there. That's what they gave you. So one thing we always wished for was a really nice doll baby with beautiful hair, and we would go to Father Christmas and he'll give us a cup or a spoon or a plate, something. So so we never really got our wishes fulfilled. But then coming to America, I realized it was really quite different. We did not hear all those stories about the North Pole and Father Christmas, but we knew though they did tell us that Father Christmas came from Ireland. We heard that, and that he will be gone right after Christmas, and we never saw him again. And leading up to Christmas, we had to be good, otherwise we will not be able to go see Father Christmas at the TV station or at the public places wherever they organize him at. So, but I hear now that even in Nigeria, Father Christmas has become Santa Claus. They no longer call him Father Christmas, at least in many parts of Nigeria. So that was my personal experience with Father Christmas or Santa Claus. And I do wanna invite my husband, and my husband he's purebred American, and he grew up here. He grew up with the myths and beliefs and traditions around Father Christmas. And I am I am lucky, because I have this person around me that kind of guides me in the American way because I have a daycare in America and I'm Nigerian. I spent almost all my life in Nigeria, and then to come here and start a business in a strange land, not strange anymore. I'm just saying when I came it was strange. He's helped me through a lot of the cultural differences that we experience, the culture shock and all of that stuff that we experience as people in diaspora. So I'm gonna call my husband now, and I want us to hear about him and growing up about Santa Claus and what his parents told him. And I will tell you what I think at the end of at the end of the analysis that we're doing now. I'll tell you what I think about telling my child about Santa Claus or not. So, but that will be towards the end. If you want to know what I truly think, stay tuned. And now let me get my husband so I can talk to him and see what he has to say about growing up with the I'm putting quote and unquote the lie of Santa Claus. Hello, John. John is here. John is my husband. You'll see him on our videos occasionally. And today he's here in a very special way. He's here to tell us about his experiences growing up with the quote and unquote lies of Santa Claus. So, John, you want to tell us what did your parents tell you, if you can remember, growing up about Santa Claus?
I don't remember my parents specifically telling us anything about Santa Claus, but I remember them. Uh, I just remember my mother would put little things on our Christmas presents that says to John or to one of my brothers and sisters from Santa. And I remember I remember distinctly one year when I must have been about the first grade because I was able to write. We wrote a letter to Santa Claus asking enclosing our Christmas list, and we took it and walked down to the mailbox down the street from us, the blue mailbox, and put it in there. And that was a big deal. My sisters helped us, and we put it in the envelope, and we addressed it to Santa North Pole, and we put it in, and we watched all the Christmas specials. I remember watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which has Santa Claus in it, and the movies, Miracle on 34th Street. Um, uh, just everything was geared towards Santa around Christmas, and my parents. I also remember them uh, telling us we had to go to sleep or Santa wouldn't come or things like that, and wanting to stay up late to see if we could hear Santa Claus as a young child.
So what did you like? When did you start realizing that Santa wasn't real?
It
In,
was probably the age that every everyone does, beginning about 7 and 8 years old, and
So
then by the time you're 9 and 10, you know he's not real, and you know your parents are um, buying you the presents, and it was, but it wasn't any terrible realization. I mean, it was just something that gradually happened, and but you still looked back fondly, and I still do on
on the memories.
on the memories, and not quite knowing whether Santa was real or not. Uh,
Do you think in any way did you think your parents lied to you? Was that something you faulted them for as you grew
no,
up?
no one that I know does. No one would say that, and they weren't concerned about that. It was a nice thing to do for your children.
Okay. So you heard from John, my husband. Thank you so much, John, for sharing your childhood experiences. I really appreciate that perspective of this topic, and I'm glad that you were able to tell us how you felt. You did not feel betrayed. You did not feel lied to. You just remember great memories of growing up with the expectancy of Santa during Christmas. So thank you so much, sir, for coming on my show today. I hope you come back for another episode sometime.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that was John, my husband, just talking about his childhood growing up with Santa. I have a lot to share today, and the first thing I want to share is going to be um let me share the origin of Santa. Let's see that. Let's see what that is, and then we can go from there. So hold on for me. I want to share my screen in a few minutes so you can all see what I'm talking about. Just enter this one. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. So in sharing the origin of Santa, you're going to see I went straight to St. Nicholas's website, and I'm going to share my screen now. This let me do it. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm gonna hide that, and I'm going to go to this right. Oh no, not that. This right here. Okay, so this is St. Nicholas Center, and discovering the truth about Santa Claus. So I was thinking if there's anywhere else to find out, about Santa, it should be right there on Santa's website, on St. Nicholas's website. So who is St. Nicholas? The true story of Santa Claus begins with Nicholas, and I'm gonna leave all these links in the description box below so you can if you want to go back and read it, because I might not just read everything. So if you want to go back and read it and check it out, that would be nice. um you know Trying to see if I can get it. Oh no, I can't get it. It's not coming out. It's not showing on mine. It's not showing on my phone. Okay, so it says, who is Saint Nicholas? The true story of Santa Claus begins with Nicholas, who was born during the third century in the village of Patara in Asia Minor. At the time, the area was Greek and is now on the southern coast of Turkey. His wealthy parents, who raised him to be a devout Christian, died in an epidemic while Nicholas was still young, obeying Jesus' words to sell what you own and give the money to the poor. Nicholas used his whole inheritance to assist the needy, the sick, and the suffering. He dedicated his life to serving God and was made Bishop of Myra while still a young man. Bishop Nicholas became known throughout the land for his generosity to those in need, his love for children, and his concern for sailors and ships. Okay, so um, in a sense, Santa Claus is real, but his real name, his original name, is Saint Nicholas. The only thing about this aspect of Santa is that it is very Christian, and we live in a secular world where there's everybody, you know, all kinds of religions, all kinds of beliefs and non-beliefs. So through the years, the concept of Santa has gradually or even rapidly evolved, to fit the secular world. So, under the Roman Emperor Diocletian, who ruthlessly persecuted Christians, Bishop Nicholas suffered for his faith, was exiled and imprisoned. The prisons were so full of bishops, priests, and deacons. There was no room for the real criminals, murderers, thieves, and robbers. After his release, Nicholas attended the Council of Nicaea in AD 325. He died December 6th, AD 343 in Myra. Man, these dates, they seem like, woo, like they never existed, but this is history. And was buried in his cathedral church, where a unique relic called manna formed in his grave. This liquid substance, said to have healing powers, fostered the growth of devotion to Nicholas. The anniversary of his death became a day of celebration. St. Nicholas Day, December 6th, December 19 on the Julian calendar. Through the centuries, many stories and legends have been told of St. Nicholas's life and deeds. These accounts help us understand his extraordinary character and why he is so beloved and revered as protector and helper of those in need. Now I'm going to read this last paragraph and then I'll move on to the next thing. It says, one story tells of a poor man with three daughters. In those days, a young woman's father had to offer prospective husbands something of value, a dowry, which we still do now anyway. The larger the dowry, the better the chance that a young woman will find a good husband. Without a dowry, a woman was unlikely to marry. These poor man's daughters without dowries were therefore destined to be sold into slavery. Mysteriously, on three different occasions, a bag of gold appeared in their home, providing the needed dowries. The bags of gold tossed through an open window are said to have landed in stockings or shoes left before the fire to dry. This led to the custom of children hanging stockings or putting out shoes eagerly, awaiting gifts from St. Nicholas. Sometimes the story is told with gold balls instead of bags of gold. This is why three gold balls, sometimes represented as oranges, are one of the symbols for St. Nicholas. And so St. Nicholas is a gift giver. So if you keep reading, you see all kinds of stories on here and more information about St. Nicholas and the origin of Santa Claus. You keep reading this, okay? All right. So I'm gonna go back to that screen again. If you're just coming in, we're talking about Santa Claus, and just looking at this thing about telling your children about Santa Claus. Is it a lie? Should you do it? Should you not do it? It's becoming something to think about, and looking at these various perspectives that I'm showing might help you decide what to do, or how to approach the issue. And I have my own perspective, and I do agree with my husband. So, and I'm going to tell you what that is at the end of this program. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen now, and I want to show you some more. Um, I want to show you some more stuff here. This is just some myths or legends about Santa Claus. I think I have two of them I want to show. Okay, and I'm going to come back to that too. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna share my screen and I'll show you some of these right here. If I can share my screen. My screen is still loading. I'm going to share screen, and I'm gonna go here. Okay, so it says legend or lore, myths about Santa Claus. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, and this is, I have to I have to tell you where this is from, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box below as well. If you want to go back and look at it, you can. So this is just bergchildrendentistry.com. All right. It says it's the most wonderful time of the year, and we are so excited. We love all things Christmas, Santa Claus, and the holidays in general. While we were thinking about Christmas as a whole, we wondered about the history of the holiday. Did you know the figure of Santa Claus comes from Sinterklaas, which is Dutch for Saint Nicholas? There is so much to learn about this beloved holiday. So we did a little digging and found all of the widely talked about Santa Claus details. Okay, so tell us which you think are true and which are actually myths. Excuse me. Santa only eats cookies. Oh my goodness. Do you really think that Santa could survive eating only cookies every day? Santa actually enjoys a full, healthy diet, just like he should. This keeps not only his body healthy, but his teeth too, because this is a dentistry website, so you know why they're emphasizing teeth. The reason we leave cookies out for him is because it welcomes him into our homes so he can do his job. Plus, who doesn't love cookies? Okay, so this is the next one. Santa only wears red. That's right. Santa likes to wear lots of different colors because people became accustomed to him wearing red when he was delivering presents on Christmas. He has worn red that ever since. But the rest of the year, he wears regular clothes, just like us, even though red is his favorite color. Santa only comes down chimneys. Now, I know this is not true because we don't have chimneys. Well, many homes don't have chimneys in Africa. I don't know. Many places I've been in Africa where I grew up, where I traveled to, where I went to school. I never saw one chimney. So they probably in other places, but they're not common. So, but what about the rest of the homes that don't have chimneys? Children in apartments, yeah. Don't worry. We did some research and found out that Santa does, in fact, go to homes without chimneys. You might be wondering how he gets in them. But unfortunately, he asked us not to share the information. Okay, so Santa has claws for hands. You might have been thinking that Santa with a last name of Claus has claws for hands. Don't worry. He used to people think that he's used to people thinking that, like we said before, Santa Claus name is a shortened and mispronounced version of Saint Nicholas from Turkey. So don't be afraid of Santa if you happen to catch him delivering your gifts and maybe direct him to where you left your cookies for him. Santa stays in the North Pole all year round. Can you imagine how cold that would be? Though it's true that his elves work year round in the North Pole to produce the presents that you receive on Christmas. Santa only goes there for a few months to oversee their work. The rest of the year, Santa travels to warmer regions. Where do you think it'd be the funniest to see Santa in real life? Can you imagine seeing him on your Hawaiian holiday vacation? Okay, so that was that. I have one more thing about meats I want to show you right here. Okay, hold on. I have one more thing. Hi, Ombek. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for showing up. You are amazing. Okay, so I want to show you some maybe one more thing about meats, about Santa Claus's meats, and then actually two more things about meat. And then I'll go to what parents are saying about Santa. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a new screen and get that enter so I can share. Okay, so I have it. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you now. I'm just trying to, get my system together. I'm going to go to share screen again. Gonna go to share screen. I'm gonna go to this screen right here, and it says myth about Santa Claus. Every year, Christmas brings with it joy, happiness, family time, gifts, and of course, and this is the speaking tree dot in. So I'm still going to leave this link, in the description box below. If you want to go check it out, you can. Okay. Children adore him and wait to meet children, even adults. Don't we like him? And wait to meet him every year. His cheerful, jolly nature is loved by every little child, and his red and white clothing has become a trademark of Christmas itself. But do we really know who Santa is, or from where does he come? Most of us are not even aware if he's real or not. Okay. So Santa Claus originated from Turkey, true or not? It is believed that our Santa has a lot of resemblance with St. Nicholas of the 3rd century. The bishop from Myra was known to be a good-hearted person who distributed gifts to children. We already talked about this, okay? Who designed Santa's clothing? We all love the red and white clothing of Santa and have heard stories about Santa Claus distributing gifts from his big red sack, which many are not aware of. It is a famous beverage company that advertised the trademark red and white clothing through its marketing campaign. However, we still believe that Santa gets his clothing made somewhere in the North Pole. Santa Claus and his presents. We've seen numerous movies that made us believe that Santa works with elves in the North Pole to get all the Christmas presents made, painted, and packed. Truth to be told, it was in the 1890s when an author by name Louis Moore wrote a book describing Santa and his elves working on making gifts. The book goes by the name Jules Mandan's Bug. Santa's reindeer sleigh, real or myth, mythology. Santa delivers his gifts flying in his sleigh pulled by magnificent reindeers. While it cannot be proved whether reindeers can actually fly, it has been hypothesized that the reindeers might be hallucinating that they are flying. On the other hand, there are people who argue that the story of Santa driving a reindeer sleigh bears close resemblance to the story of Thor, who has a chariot pulled by goats. Is Santa really associated with Christmas? Okay, every Christmas, children wait to meet Santa and receive gifts, while Christmas marks the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. There's no actual bearing between Santa and Christ, while the origin of Santa is still unknown. Saint Nicholas is the closest resemblance we could ever know. Also, the time span between the birth of Jesus Christ and the life of Saint Nicholas as a bishop is quite wide. So that is what they had to say right here on the speaking tree.in. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box after this live stream for us to see, what is going on. Okay, so I have blind eye, his white delight. Yeah, I saw that about Coca-Cola that they created the Claus Red. Yeah, I saw that while researching this thing about Santa. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen now, and I want to read some stuff from the parents group on Facebook and what people are saying. It's a mom's group, and they are talking about Santa. So this lady, she said, my child is at the point where she is understanding the concept of holidays, and I'm not sure how I feel about introducing Santa. I know there is the tradition where Santa brings presents to kids that are good. But I'm not sure how I will feel when she's older and when I have to tell her Santa is a lie or not, you know. I feel like that's a betrayal and that I lied to her. Any other mamas have to go through the ordeal of telling their kids Santa isn't real or have an alternative to tell them. And how did they react to what you told them? Okay, so there was a barrage, a barrage of responses. So the first response says, "We do Santa in our house as the belief of a person until our kids turn 10. At 10, we take them out to a special meal, just the parents and the kid, and we explain that Santa is actually the thought of giving selflessly, and that the reason that we keep it secret is because the imagination thrives in young children, but it's their job now as a big kid to keep the thought of selfless giving alive by becoming Santa for younger kids in our family." This is just amazing. This is an amazing, amazing response, that this lady put on here. And somebody else said, and this is just a variety of responses. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Okay, it says, we don't do Santa presents with our children. We treat Santa like a character. I think you can just follow your heart and do what you think is best. And somebody else said, this is what we do too. Santa is part of the decorations and Christmas fun. He is not who brings the presents in our house. We told our kids that some houses believe he brings them presents, and that's okay. So don't break their hearts by telling them this is so compassionate. So compassionate. Don't break their hearts by telling them that he doesn't bring them to your house or that he isn't real. Both of my kids have done great with it and are excited for all the fun ideas of Santa. It's still a magical time for us. I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, and there was a line for Santa at the mall, and there was a woman going around. There was a line, like a line from the beginning of the mall entrance to like 2, 3 miles ahead, and there were children and families. And there was a woman. She wasn't there for Santa. She was just there to say, "Hey, stop lying to your kids. Santa is fake. He's not real." I don't think it's anybody's responsibility to teach somebody else's child about these beliefs, what they believe in or what they don't believe in. That's a parent's responsibility. So that was very surprising, and some of those children were distraught. I was trying to find the video. I couldn't, before I came on live. I was trying to find that video. Those children were very distraught. Yeah, the children usually know pretty early, and we told our kids it was just for fun when they asked. Yep. I mean, you just grow up and you know that Santa is not real, and that your parents have been buying the gifts, and I don't know. I never felt betrayed or lied to. Okay, so this other person says, "I just told my kids yesterday that Santa isn't real, that Jesus is our provider and the giver of good gifts. He blesses us to bless others. They are 4, 3, and 1." And for the most part, they looked at me and understood. Didn't make a big deal about it, but like the other lady said, more like a character. You don't have to tell them; they figure it out. They usually don't mention it and eventually just say what they want you to give them for Christmas. The same goes with the Easter bunny. Oh my goodness. Thank you for bringing that in. The same goes with the Easter bunny and tooth fairy. Okay. It's a fun time in childhood. Fairy tales and movies, pretend play. It all make believe and part of what makes life enjoyable. Many cultures have variations of fables told to their children. So true. Absolutely. So true. So true. So we always told the story of St. Nicholas and how that transitions to Santa Claus. We didn't lie to our kids, but we let them think whatever they wanted until they straight out asked us. We just felt it built a better trust to not have them deceitful. Okay, so you can hear what the parents are saying, and it's everywhere. It's not like one major thing. Some parents are saying we don't tell them. Some parents are saying we tell them at a certain age. Some parents are saying, this year we just decided to tell them. It doesn't matter what their ages were, and different variations of what parents are doing in terms of talking about Santa Claus to their children. So I do have a video, and I hope I don't get copyrighted, but even if I do, I'll just take it out. But I do have a video to show here. Let me find it real quick, and I'll show it, and you see where a parent was telling their child the truth about Santa Claus and what happened there. I wonder if I can find it on my history. Let me see. Um, I'm gonna show this video now. And I just saw that. Oh yeah, I see it. I don't know if I can play it, but if something happens and I'm copyrighted, I guess it's just commercial. I don't have I don't have premium on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this because I do want to show you what's going on here. Oh no, I have to first before I make it full screen. I'm going to have to share my screen. Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen. Wait. Yes, we just let our kids believe whatever until they ask. There's more important things to reveal, so we didn't focus on Santa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna show this now. And these parents are telling their kids about Santa and
But do you remember one time you asked me, you say, why is Santa Claus come down from chimney, but he did not get a burn?
Every single person that celebrates Christmas does not like put their chimney on fire.
Okay.
Nobody wants to kill Santa Claus. Nobody does.
Well, Mommy really feel like we are a terrible person now because we are telling the truth. Santa Claus is not real.
You are not telling the truth.
Do you feel like you just don't want to believe it?
Yes, it actually depends what the situation is.
The situation is telling you that Santa is
I
not
don't
even
believe
real.
that situation.
Mom and I bring you gifts.
What happens to little boys and girls that don't believe in Santa?
Well, they do Kwanzaa or Hanukkah.
Well, besides that,
You're getting older, Kayla. So it's time for you to know that Santa is not even real.
It is real.
Then what's your idea, though?
My idea is that that's a big fake, and no, Santa is real.
oh.
well, I think we all have
Case
a little.
closed.
And you remember when you put milk and cookies?
Yes.
I was the one who drank the milk.
So you were Santa?
I was the fake Santa.
So then all this time I've been thinking that Santa ate the cookies.
Yes, but the cookies are really good.
Why don't you want to believe the situation?
Because Santa is real.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Nope.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. You're out of luck.
What do you think?
Whatever.
Okay.
Don't look at me mean.
The Michael Jackson song we listen to all the time. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. You
What
want to
is
know
going
why
on?
Mommy was kissing Santa
And
Claus?
Daddy wasn't there. Daddy did not hear it. Daddy did not see it. What is
Because
going on?
Daddy is Santa Claus, and that's the reason Mommy kissed Santa.
Your life is a lie, Tria. I'm just kidding. Your life.
Okay, look. I could prove that you two, you're not Santa and you're not Miss Claus.
Okay, you prove it.
Prove it. Ask me a question that only Santa would know the answer to.
Tell me all the reindeer names.
Well, there's Dancer and Prancer and Cubert.
Okay, you're
How,
not Santa.
how many did I say?
You feel okay with that?
Yes.
I see some tears. You okay?
Yes.
Are you gonna still cooking?
Mhm.
Your cookies are really good.
I make them with all my heart.
Oh,
I think if Santa's real in your heart, then he should be real. And
That's
you should look
great.
forward to him on Christmas Day.
You have everything you want.
So does, yeah.
You have me and your mom.
I know.
That's all you need, right?
What's Christmas all about, you guys? I wanna know that.
Family.
Family.
I want you to be Santa.
Do you want me to be Santa?
Yeah.
I'll be Santa.
I'm the Santa.
Okay.
You don't believe me.
All right. So we see all the reactions of children and and how they are still in denial because when our parents tell us things, it's gospel, it's true. So um, I wanted to just share that. And now let's see what a psychotherapist says. Okay, yes, we just let our kids believe whatever until they ask. There's more important things to reveal, so we don't even focus on Santa. Thank you so much, blind guy, his wife, their life. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to share what a psychotherapist thinks about this whole situation about Santa. Hopefully it will load because it's acting funny already. All right, let's see. Stop scroll. See if I can get that again. There we go. Save. It's a little bit slow. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, and we can see what a psychotherapist thinks. So we've done different perspectives. We've done the parents talking, the moms actually, and then we've done I talked to my husband who's American and he grew up with these traditions, and we heard his perspective. And now I want to see what a psychotherapist has to say about this whole thing about Santa. So let's see. And you saw the other video I just played where parents were telling their children about Santa Claus. Okay, so this is the insider, and it just says when you should tell your child the truth about Santa according to a psychotherapist. And this is 2019, so it's pretty new, and I like that. Okay, so whether you're writing letters to Santa or reading books about reindeer, your child's excitement can make the holiday season feel magical all over again when they still believe in Santa. But of course, the magic doesn't last forever. At some point, and for many parents, this point comes too soon. Your child will begin to question Santa's existence, and you might find yourself at loss for words about how to respond. Or you might find yourself in a rare situation. Your child never asks about Santa, even after they've passed the age when most kids figure it out. They still seem to buy into the guy in the red suit. and you might start to worry if it's time to spill the beans. After all, you don't want your child to get made fun of for believing that Santa will come down the chimney when they're a teenager. So, how soon should you tell your kids the truth about Santa? Excuse me. It's a question parents often ask me in my therapy office. Whenever I have been asked that question, I always reassure parents that I'm yet to have an adult enter my therapy office claiming that they still be or claiming that believing in Santa or being told the truth scared them to life. Okay. Don't get caught up believing there's one specific age when you need to come clean or that there's a single right way to handle the situation. Choose to address the Santa issue based on your values, beliefs, and your child's needs. The age most kids raise an eyebrow. Okay, that's just a subheading. The age most kids raise an eyebrow. Okay, so there isn't a right or wrong age to tell kids the truth, and that speaks for the lady who told her 1 year old that Santa isn't real. But then I also like the lady who said, "Hey, I'm telling you now, Santa isn't real. Doesn't mean you should go spoil the fun for everybody else. This is just for you and our family. And when you go out there, you see your friends believing in Santa. Please don't go saying Santa is not real." So that was amazing too, and very compassionate, and that person is thinking beyond their family. So instead, take cues from them and their understanding of the word. Usually, somewhere between the ages of 5 and 7, kids begin to think a little more critically, and it occurs to them that flying reindeer and a guy coming down the chimney might be a little far fetched. So don't be surprised if your child starts asking questions. And and the video I just played, that child said, how come Santa's coming from the chimney, but he's not getting burned? You know, that was a brilliant question. You might not get a direct question like, is Santa real? But you may get question like, how do reindeers fly? How do reindeer fly? Or how does Santa make it all around the world in one night? How to handle their questions. When your child first starts asking questions, your instinct might be to reassure them that Santa is real and his magic powers help him defy logic. Even though you probably don't lie to your kids often, you might be tempted to stretch the truth in an effort to spare them pain. After all, you don't want to ruin Christmas for them. But if they're asking questions, they want to know the truth, and you won't harm them by being honest. This doesn't mean you have to jump in and tell them the whole story. Instead, you might ask a few questions back. Ask, what makes you ask that? Or, what do you think about that? It's okay to let kids form their own conclusions. If your child insists on getting an answer, it's best to be upfront when confronted with. Remember, this is a psychotherapist, so this person knows. Just tell me, is there really a Santa? Be honest and explain that you're behind the presents from Santa. What to respond? Your answers about Santa should depend on your values, your spiritual beliefs, and what you hope your child will learn from the experience. Some families talk about the spirit of Christmas still being alive. Others dive into the true meaning of Christmas, and some parents tell kids that Christmas is all about giving. And now that they know the truth about Santa, their job is to become Santa to someone else. This makes giving part of their future tradition. But just know that you don't have to crush your child's spirit and make all the magic disappear. Instead, you can make Christmas more about kindness and giving rather than reindeer and red suits. You may also want to emphasize that not everyone knows the secret yet. So discourage your child from making the announcement at school. Make it a good holiday. The true and you see, this was exactly what the other lady said. She said, I'm going to tell you about Santa. He doesn't exist. I've been buying your gifts. I'll keep buying your gifts. But don't go to school or don't go to your friends and say Santa isn't real. If they believe Santa is real, let them believe that. You know, that's for them to believe. But for you, my child, my family, we're talking about this as a family. This is what I think you should know. And that's important. So it says, so discourage your child from making the announcement at school or maybe in other social settings, basketball game, somewhere. Anyway, the true magic of Christmas, say make it a good holiday. The true magic of Christmas has to do with your beliefs and includes your belief about your child's knowledge of Santa. If you believe Christmas won't be fun now that your child knows the truth, your Grinch like spirit could drag your mood and perhaps everyone else is down. If, however, you believe you can still make it a great holiday, regardless of who believes in Santa, there's a good chance your Christmas spirit will help your child enjoy the holiday season. Whether you start a new tradition that involves giving gifts to those in need, or you allow your child to buy secret gifts for another family member, a different kind of holiday might be even more fun than you imagine. So much great stuff here. So much great stuff here. I really like it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I have I don't need this person on my stream. I'm gonna block you. You're not supposed to come on my stream. We let our kids believe. Yes, we just let our kids believe whatever until they ask. Okay, and there's more important things to reveal, so we don't focus on Santa. Thank you. There's so much more to think about and talk about, and to let's let me I have one more thing I was gonna show you, and then I'll tell you my own feelings and our family's feelings about this whole situation. So I'm gonna see. So hold on, just hold on. I still have a couple more minutes, and I'll just do this and um. Oh no, I didn't do it right. Hold on, that's not it. That's why it's not showing. So I'm just gonna this right here. So the last time when I had a live stream, I had all my all my windows open and it was a disaster. So now I just put the links in a different document and then pick it from there. Okay, so actually, I think I was a bit wrong. This one is the video of a teacher telling kids that Santa is not real. And then I have another one of a video of a man at the mall telling kids that Santa is not real. So I'm going to play this one first and you can see it. And I do hope, hold on, let's see, play this one first. Pause it and go to StreamYard. These robots are yeah, because I was busy reading. I did not see the I don't see comments when I'm reading the document. So I was like, who in the world is this? I don't even have thousands of people on my stream and this robot is coming and doing things on this. that was funny. This is the wrong stream to do it on because I like everything clean and innocent here. Please. Please don't spoil my listeners. They are not they are not in for that kind of entertainment. Okay, I want to show you this video right here. This is the one I was talking about, but I kind of mistook it. It was a guy, not a lady who did that. So I'm gonna share my screen again and I'm going to hide that and I'm gonna go here and I'm going to play so you can hear it.
Hi, it's Pastor Dave Grisham here for Last Frontier Evangelism. And today we're at the mall in Amarillo, Texas, and we're going to tell the children here today the truth that there is no Santa Claus and that Christmas is about Jesus Christ. Jesus died on the cross to pay for their sins. And Jesus was born in a manger 2016 years ago. The Christmas season is about Jesus. Jesus was born 2016 years ago. He was born in a manger in a small town called Bethlehem. And that's the truth about Christmas. The man you're going to see today is just a man in a suit dressed up like Santa, but Santa does not exist. Santa's not real. And parents, y'all need to stop lying to your children and telling them that Santa Claus is real when in fact he's not. When you substitute the lie of Santa Claus in the heart of your child for the truth of Jesus Christ, you are bearing false witness against God. Don't lie to your children and tell them there's such a thing as Santa when you know in reality that there are no flying reindeer, there is no workshop at the North Pole, there is no elves making toys, that you buy all the gifts and put them under the tree. That's all the truth. And there is no real Santa Claus. There is no Santa. It is not your place to lie to your children. Tell them the truth about Jesus Christ. Tell them the truth about what Christmas is all about. That it's about Jesus and it's not about Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. It's about Jesus. Tell them the truth.
Go. Yes, we do tell them the truth. Now, go on.
Sir, don't put your hands on me.
Go on. Quit talking this mess. You understand me?
Keep your hands to yourself.
I got my kids over there. We don't need you coming over here blabbing whatever the hell you blabbing.
I'm telling them the truth. That there is no Santa Claus.
Now, go.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You need to keep your hands to yourself, sir, and don't put your hands on people. That's assault.
Don't come over here talking your mess.
And don't come over here and tell your children the truth that there is no Santa Claus.
That's not your decision for me to tell my kids what's the truth and what's not.
The truth is there is no Santa Claus. Okay. There is no Santa, and Christmas is about Jesus.
And the parents are all right with that?
The parents are all right with lying to their kids.
Yeah. Not your decision to make.
That's a sin. It's a sin in the eyes of God.
Kids,
there is no Santa. Santa's not real. Your parents are lying.
Okay, I think that was a little bit extreme, and I don't know. I don't think it's anybody's responsibility to do that. And I still see this. I just blocked you, and you came back with a different account. Come on now. Why are you so interested in this stream? Really, Titi? I'm sorry. Look at me. I was about to block you. I was just so desperate to block that. I don't know what that is. A bot? Welcome. Oh, thank you for stopping by. You are driving. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing all your Las Vegas experiences. That would be fun. I know you're gonna blog everything. I want to see it. Okay. So you say we haven't seen Jesus or Santa. So why spoil it for those kids? I don't know. Sorry. It's crazy. And they are not your kids. I don't know if you have the right to do that to somebody else's kids. And tell the kids right in front of the parents that the parents are lying to them. So they are telling somebody else's child that their parents are liars. Don't listen to your parents, they are liars. Come on. There are more great, interesting kindness to do in the world. Okay. I want to show one last video, and then I'll tell you my own perspectives and what we believe and how we do at daycare, and then I'll be closing for today. I've been here for an hour. Congratulations to me. I'm kind of enjoying these streams, I tell you. Okay, so I'm going to go to, I do have a long day at work. So when I finish working, sitting down and getting ready for a stream is not very easy. But then that's why I haven't been doing live streams. But then I realized, okay, I don't need to doll myself up and get the lights on and makeup. and you can actually start. You can start and stop the cam. I just realized that. I'm like, okay, let me do this. Just like a podcast, you don't have to see people to understand what they are saying or to follow um, their live stream. There are many channels on YouTube here that you don't have to see their faces. I used to be on Cubs Dance live stream. They stopped doing it now. They had it every Saturday, and they I never saw them, but their stream was it was popping there. There was a lot going on. There was music, there was conversations, there are all kinds of great topics. I hope they come back with their stream. And I've seen many other channels like that. So sometimes I will show myself, sometimes I won't. It just takes a lot to get dressed, do your hair, get the lights on, put the computer in the right place. No, I can just do a live stream without worrying about all of that. And I'm tired. I look tired from my day. So this is really nice. And if I can do my live streams like this, I will do a lot more and I can talk about a lot more topics. Okay, so this is the last video, and I don't know. You guys are. I'll just let you decide what you think about this. Let me share this. Let me share this screen. Okay, I'm gonna hide this one. Hi, you came to see me. Oh, I missed you too. I missed you. I'm almost done. Okay. All right. Let's watch this video. I have my baby here. Okay, I did pause.
You get taken back to when you were a child and you have those memories.
Christmas has always been a magical time of year for the Kokenauer family in Menor. And the parents of 9-year-old Ella Kokenauer believe the tradition of Christmas and the legend of Santa Claus provide important lessons for Ella and her brother and sister.
A big thing that we do is the Salvation Army and things like that. They donate and they love it because they know that it gives to other kids that don't have what they do.
Ella Kokenauer is a 3rd grader at Sterling Morton Elementary School in Menor. And her mother says while a substitute teacher was filling in last Wednesday, Ella and her classmates were excited to show her the elf on the shelf in the classroom. Ashley Kokenauer says her daughter was devastated by what the teacher then told the class.
She immediately just broke into tears, and she said that the teacher told her that Santa Claus isn't real, Christmas isn't real, and Christmas elves aren't real. It's all made up.
What was your reaction?
I was angry. I was heartbroken because that was taken away from my daughter, and it hurt.
When the principal of the school found out what the teacher told the students, she called the parents of each student, told them what happened, and apologized.
The Menor School District issued a statement that reads, quote, "We sincerely apologize that this happened in one of our classrooms. We agree it is not appropriate for anyone working in our schools with our young children to make comments regarding their personal beliefs about the authenticity of Santa Claus. Any such comment would be made in extremely poor taste." Fox 8 News spoke to the husband of the substitute teacher, and he told us that he believes the children may have misinterpreted what his wife said. But the families of Ella Kokenauer and her classmates question why a substitute felt it was necessary to offer any opinion about family traditions.
I just want to know why she took it upon herself to do that. I want to know why she felt it was okay to shatter a childhood, anybody's childhood.
The principal of Sterling Morton assured parents that the teacher is no longer welcome at the school. Jack Shea.
Okay, you see what the teacher did? So when I this is mine, and I'll be leaving in 5 minutes. So when it's Christmas here, we get a Christmas tree and all the children decorate it. We wait a minute, I just did something I shouldn't have done. Oh, I'm sorry, blind guy, his wife. How do I get that on? Let's see. Too much happening here. I'm gonna work on that when I get off here. Okay, I just trying to block this fake account. I just blocked blind guy, his wife, their life, and I'm going to see how I can unblock them. My goodness, shoo! How many times can you block a bot coming on your live stream? How many times? And they still keep coming. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me conclude this right here. As a preschool teacher, we've been told, we've been taught, and even common sense tells you that your child's traditions and cultures, they're important for school. So as you're teaching children, you're incorporating their cultures and their beliefs as much as you can, so that everybody belongs in your classroom and your classroom is inclusive. You're not supposed to impose your beliefs on the children in your classroom. You're supposed to be able to allow the children to think for themselves and allow the children to express themselves according to how their families have taught them to express themselves. In addition to whatever you're teaching in your curriculum and in your everyday school life. So what that teacher did, I do not agree with. And I said for us, we get Christmas trees. We decorate. I'm about to start decorating the classroom now. We decorate for the holidays. We do not emphasize religion in our Christmas celebration because we do have a Christmas party. We emphasize Santa Claus. We emphasize snow. We emphasize snowflakes. All the great things of the Christmas season. But I do not impose my religion in this daycare. And through the years and now, I have been fortunate to have people from all kinds of religions. So I'm not gonna say, hey, you have to believe what Christians believe because I'm a Christian, or you have to believe what Buddhists believe because I'm a Buddhist. I don't impose my religion on anybody. So that's what we do here, and I think that's how schools should be. And that's just what I have to say. I'm gonna tell my son about Santa, and until he gets to an age where he's gonna ask, and my husband and I agree on that. And when he asks, then we'll tell him the truth. And if he doesn't ask, oh well, we survived that as well. I hope you enjoyed watching tonight. Thank you for staying tuned. I know a lot of people are going to watch this after the stream. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. What are you doing? Are you telling your child about Christmas? What's your family tradition about Christmas? Leave a comment below. And thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all. And bye.